Alright, we'll go wham, straight in. Should be streaming, hopefully it's going to the right channel. Oh dear, yeah, my eyes are hurting. So we'll see if we get anyone watching, but this ain't going to be a very long stream because I've got really, really bad eye strain. So I'm just going to, because I know people have had no stream from me for a couple of weeks, they're probably a little bit worried because of Zeus Daz having retired, the sudden unexpected retirement. So we're talking a compensatory stream here tonight because I don't want people to go without any streams whatsoever. Now, do we have no viewers? So this is good. This is good. Nobody's missing it. It's the summer. Who wants to watch a video in the summer like this live stream? There's no point. Go out and do things. Do interesting things. Do interesting things. Speak to people. Have fun times, you know. 2 viewers. Okay, that's good. 2 viewers, but it's bad. You should be out having fun times. Is that grey at the back of my hair? Have I got grey at the back, not just on my chin? Oh my goodness. My appeal is diminishing. Let me flip back over here. 2 viewers. I wish I still had that viewer counter thing that I had before. I don't actually know if anyone can hear me. It's a good question. Maybe somebody will let me know that they can hear me. Have I actually got any visible audio? Well, it looks like there should be some audio. Guess I could try and flick it on the thing and see. Scooby-Doo. 2 people watching still. Yep, we do have audio. Really noisy sounding audio as well, by the looks of it. Yeah, so here I am. Basically just doing a video so that I've done a video. I'm not live streaming even. I'm not going to play any games because I can't hardly see out of this eye at the minute. And it's hurting. It's hurting actually just to look at the camera. So, but I thought I'd be selfless, and boldly go and do a video. If you want to be big and strong, get some of these body elastics things. They're really good. You can see how I've built myself into a beast of a man with these simple body elastics. I bought these about 3 years ago, and they are, look at that. So you can see the one I use. So in 2015 when I last used this, what you do, it's real simple. You either stick it on the back of a door, well, you know, you stick it on the back of a door, or you go like this, and then you go on to the other one, and you go, and then you go on this one here, you go, and before you know it, oh, I've got my flies down, yes, you go, that beefcake. The muscles, they just build up exponentially. I might use that tonight when I'm building up my muscles. 2015, just 3 goes, and that's a beast of a man. A beast. Look, we're still at 2 people here. I've been on 3 minutes 42 seconds. 2 people. Well, people are out living their lives, I suppose. What interesting things have I been reading, I bet you're asking. Well, I've shown Holly Archer's book before. I never gave my consent, about how she was picked up by groomers, and I'm simultaneously reading Sammy Woodhouse's Just a Child, similar subject, and Caitlin Spencer's Please Let Me Go. You should get those books, they're good. You can see I'm really focused this evening. 1 viewer, that's probably me. Oh look, there's me showing Just a Child again. What have we got going on here then? Well, there's nobody watching at present. There's no comments. So this makes it very, very difficult to deliver some quality material. But, you know, we can. There will be no gaming tonight. Well, I've got this Lego elephant I can make. I mean, I can do that. Not really Lego, but I could do that, I suppose. It's not strictly gaming, but it's not really a very gaming channel, this. Oh, this is probably a really bad thing to do when you've got eye strain. Look at all the parts. Many parts. Am I in focus? I never bothered checking whether I'm in focus when I'm doing my video. I'll probably open this one because I took the trees out. So. Right, what do we do then? Okay, first of all, we make these little square feety things, so we can do that. God, this looks really boring. I don't know if I'm going to bother to do this. No, we'll give it a go. God, my eyes hurt. Right, so I've got, it's funny, I've got two squarey ones. Oh, we got two of these. Oh, they're already together. No, they're the wrong ones, aren't they? Yep. Right. 4 of these ones here, see, 4 of those, well, they're like that, yes. And, oh, I can't be bothered with this. Abort, it's gonna absolutely destroy my eye. This one's rubbish. Right. Well, this is going to be such a fabulous video. How can you continue after Zoostaz? How can you continue after Zoostaz has gone and it's in the middle of the summer? How can you continue? We've got 2 viewers now. We might pick up more, I don't know, because it's only 6 minutes and it takes about 6 minutes for people to realise this thing's happening, you see. I mean, the football's only just finished, maybe the football hasn't finished yet, I don't know. Oh, Zoostaz loved the football, didn't he? Ah, oh, poor old Zoostaz. Went and became a father. I don't know if the baby's landed yet. If anybody knows, let me know. If it has, Mr. Zoostaz, I hope everything's gone well. Oh. So, why don't we look at some old sweets? Now this is it. Who remembers Spangles, eh? Who remembers Spangles? Who remembers when Cadbury's cream eggs were like this? Do you remember when Cadbury's cream eggs were like that? Who remembers when sherbet was like that? That was great, that was in them days. Let's have a look. Let's see if we get any interactivity here. If somebody suggests a 70s/80s sweet, I will look up the wrapper. Ah, have I just been defeated? Yeah, I would normally do it, but my eyes are hurting too much. A daughter. Oh, that's marvellous. Oh, was that in the stream? He spoke about that because I know he did a stream, but I haven't watched it. So, oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. Little girl. Wonderful. Congratulations, Zoostaz. Very happy for you. So, Leo, are you going to nominate a sweet to see if I have it in my book? Wow, that's really good. Some great ones in there. Marvellous. Yeah, still don't know. Oh, that's great. Do I have the sweets in my book? Who knows? This is going to die a death, this. So, yeah, I'm absolutely... I don't think I look particularly well either, actually. My eye is killing me. And look at my hair. I'm getting so bald. I'm so bald and unsexy. Parma Violets is the nominated one. Do we have Parma Violets? No, it doesn't have Palmer violets. Well, that's bloody useless, isn't it? Alright, pick another one. It's got lots of things, but not Palmer violets. Hang on, there's Palmer. No. Pick another one, Leah. That's where we are. Oh. Drumstick lollies. Let's have a look. Drumstick lollies. I think we're going to need to go. Yeah, I think we're going to need to go for actual chocolate bars. Is the main kind of thing here, because they don't have the drumstick lollies either. No, I'm noticing a distinct lack of Swizzles sweets, to be completely honest. I don't know who just joined, but hi. Yes, hello whoever just joined. Hello. Who joined? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it's three. It's 3 people. 3 of us are here. I'm struggling to come up with stuff here. I'm struggling. My eye is really hurting, so this could be an extra specially short stream, but it all depends on how things kick off. I've just had a lovely phone conversation. Oh, chocolate bar. Marathon. That's a bit more like it. Marathon. Marathon. Let's see what we've got here. We got marathon. You are kidding me. It doesn't have marathon in here. Unless they call it Snickers. No. No. This book's rubbish. This book's rubbish. It does have the Fab bar, and what many people don't know about the Fab bar is the Fab bar, the Fab lolly, was a direct tie-in with the Jerry Anderson series, and it was first Fireball XL5. I think. Hang on. Yeah, it was Fireball XL. I thought it was Thunderbirds. FAB, and I wonder if that's why they yeah. Anyway, Fab, yeah. But I'm waiting for a different chocolate bar, and Zooms were part of that as well. Zoom, no, Zoom. Marathons. Yeah, this is a real lame stream I'm doing here. This is one of the lamest streams I've ever done. I'm really struggling to even. I can't actually think. Yorkie, yes. Yes, we've got Yorkie. We have got and they were a delightful rapper, the Yorkie. Proper manly rapper. And it's the last one in the book. Oh, yes. Oh, you've picked a very good one. So you've got the actual Yorkie bars there. I mean, that's the kind of one I remember. Because I had one of them Easter eggs. Something like that at one point. About 1985, I think. That's not a bad one, see? So you were disparaging the book, but the book's come up with the goods. What camera am I using? Yeah, I'm using the right one. Okay, that's beautiful. Yeah. Well, that's about as thrilling as it's going to get tonight. Unless I try juggling. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm not very inspired, you see. Chocolate for real men. Yes, it was chocolate for real men. It was chocolate for real men. I need some kind of eye patch here, so this might help a little bit. Because no, that won't work. Yeah, I'm empty, I'm afraid. I'm completely empty. I've got no spontaneity. I've been doing some work on some music. In the last week and a bit, I've wrote 3 articles, and not got paid for any of it, and I'm a little bit empty at the minute. I'm doing a huge amount of work that I'm not getting paid for. No, I'm not. I'm not unenthusiastic for life. I've just had such a lovely phone conversation with a really, really lovely lady who's doing some fantastic work and is just about to set out on some really exciting project. And who I've worked with this week actually, and I've done a tiny bit of work with this week, and I'm hoping to work with in the future. So I'm very excited about that, and but I'm just a bit empty at the minute because I've been working on some music today, which went fairly well. I spent the whole day working on some music on Friday, which has got will never see the light of day. I wrote three articles in the last 9 days, which were all quite long, which have a total of about 15,000 words. So that's a good dissertation length of stuff I wrote in the last week and a bit. And I'm massively productive at the minute, massively productive. But when you're that productive, it's really hard to be quite spontaneous, particularly when you start picking up eye strain and stuff like that, which I have at the minute. And my nose is really itchy. I'm not scratching my nose on. Yeah, let me just go like this, out of shot, so I can just scratch my eyes. So yeah, I'm looking at myself, and I am looking a bit rough. So, but I'm just doing so much. I'm doing so much, and I'm getting geared up because I will need to get a regular job in the next few months. So, I am clearing out all old projects. I've got a video project, professional video project. I have to because I think I'm going to have a Kickstarter happening soon to reissue a project I worked on, because there's an Apple advert that's come out with that has some music from a musician that I worked with in 2007 on a concert film, and I'm hoping that I might be able to get the money to actually do a proper issue of it. We did it as a DVD release first time around, and we were going to do a Blu-ray, and we never got around to it, and I produced the safety HD master of it about 6 months ago, and I need to produce a better master and get it reissued basically. So I've just got loads of things on, and I'm running out of money. So I want to complete all of the things I do for myself to make me feel happy with life, and this being one of them. But I'm just really run down at the minute, and I had a bit of a migraine last week, so I couldn't stream. We also I worked. Well, I didn't work. I did that stuff with Sven for the when we last stream I did, which was Sven's been he just makes a program called MIDI Key to Key. Made some changes so it would work great with the Akai APC Mini, which he's done a fantastic job on, and I still need to set it up properly, configure it so I can use it when I do these broadcasts, but it'll make things a lot easier. But he's done a really wonderful job on that. So yeah, I've been involved in a lot of things, and I'm really, really hoping that I can do, because I'm really hoping to do some work with a couple of girls who are doing setting up organisations to do with grooming gangs, and those have been affected by grooming gangs. So yeah, it was great. Sven did a great job on that software. I wrote to him about, I don't know, maybe a month, 6 weeks ago, might be longer, about the possibility of adapting his software to take advantage of it, of the Akai device. I'll go and get it. I'll go and get it actually. it's. I did a brief review of it. I showed you, but it's such a convenient thing. And what did I do with my glasses? It's such a. I nearly stepped on them then. It's such a convenient. It's such a good device in terms of what you get out of it. Because it's a MIDI controller. It's meant for these stupid. I say stupid, like these. Use it for like firing off samples on loops on a certain type of music. But it's a MIDI controller, and these aren't too bad. These sliders. I used it with. I've used it in music to control LFOs and stuff, and all that kind of stuff, and on soft synths, which I think you know about that stuff, Leo. I could be wrong. And the buttons are great for switching shots on this kind of thing. And because I have another channel where I operate a Puppet, which I don't use very much, I used to do live streams on that. It became quite difficult for I found it a bit difficult because they're going for a few hours and you're operating with your hand, and my hands were starting to hurt quite a bit, and I was starting to struggle to do it. So also it's impossible to control what you're doing and change because you're having to do this, and if you're controlling two puppets, this is a bit easier because I can just have it off camera and I can just press one button and do whatever I need to do, and potentially I can have like different sound effects and stuff that I can switch between for certain characters I was going to do. So yeah, but Cubasis when it comes to MIDI stuff, and that's about it. Yeah, well, I mean, what you can do with this is, say you've got a soft, like a VST synthesizer, and you can so on a synthesizer you'll have you can have like maybe a sawtooth wave or something on a basic synthesizer, and you can set the volume of it with that, which is one thing you can do. But you can also set like filters and the articulation of the actual thing. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and I've been making use of that. I'll be making more use of it. So yeah, so I've done lots of little things. I'm just trying at the minute, and I made some new friends, which I was very happy about. I think I've made new friends anyway. I've made new acquaintances at least, and I'm working with these people, and I'm talking to people, and I'm trying to meet new people, and get my life on track basically, and and dealing with the family things and everything, and so that's it. But I've just been massive, just because I just wanted to get so many things done. I've got software, external multi-key controls with software, keyboard shortcut, dedicated gamepad thing, D-pad, scroll wheel, etc. for gaming. Oh, and one of the things that I don't know if you saw it in the stream I did with Sven. One of the things he's added in specifically is for train simulations. So train and plane simulations, he's going to be using this on, which is great. I'm really glad. He uses making Photoshop, managing video much. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that might be. You might want to look into MIDI Key to Key. It's a great piece of software. I sent Sven like a tenner just as thanks for the software, and to go towards buying one of these himself, which he got. But it's definitely one of those pieces of software that he's worked very hard on, and if you do use it at all, because all MIDI Key to Key just assigns any MIDI key to any combination on your keyboard, and with something like OBS, which I use to broadcast this, it's brilliant because it accepts global commands, global key commands. So it's really brilliant. He's done a fantastic job on it. I'm so happy that he added the features he added, because it's going to work great for this when I finally implement it and actually set it up properly for this. Yeah, so I mean, I'm really busy. I'm just a bit tired at the minute, and I've strained my eyes a bit because I've been writing a lot. I wrote an essay yesterday. What I sort of do is I wake, if I think, right, I'm going to write an article about something. I wake up about 8 o'clock and I just start writing, and I think, well, I'll have this done by 11, and then I get to 11, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm 80% of the way through here. This will be done soon. And then normally I finish at about 4 o'clock, and then I upload. And not many people are shave off your ginger beard. Well, at least you think it's ginger, because the ginger's going, I think. See what you look like without it. You can always grow it back, shave it. No, I'm not. I'm not shaving it. I'm not shaving it. I look so unwell. It's a bit long at the minute. Well, it's not that long. I look terrible without a beard these days. I just look strange. So, and I'm hoping to meet up with friends in the next few days. So I don't want to shave it and look strange. Retro game viewer. Okay, I thought it was retro. I thought it was somebody else then for a second. Hang on. Just moving over here so I can just scratch my nose. But thank you for your interest in my personal appearance. It's always nice to be appreciated. Let's see. My Nostromo N52 has ready shipped supply interface, which means I can code any string to a string up to. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, that's brilliant. Why on earth would bare skin look bad? Well, it's not the skin that looks bad. It's the fact that if I don't have the beard, my face looks a lot slimmer, and I'm quite sort of frailly slim at the minute, and my weight goes up and down. So I'm sort of at the age where I need to have a beard, really, because I look a bit strange. And it's, you know, appealing to the females, I think. Unless you're female and it's not appealing, or you're male and you're into men and it's not appealing. I don't know. I'll have to ask Gay Andy. I mean, bare skin can look very bad on some people. I should have placed this. Well, I don't think I'm even on there, but it's not. I'm only doing a. This is only going to be a short stream because my eye is so bad. I'm really struggling to, you know. And I'm not going to play any games. I'm just, you know, I'm just talking. Set the N52 up for OBS in May. Project with Zeus no SG. Brilliant. We're kicking off in a few months' time. Yeah, I mean, I'll if you want me to help, I'll do whatever I can. Always eager to help people out. Yeah, I'll have to look up. Let me have a look at that N52. N95. That's the phone I had ages ago. N52. Oh no, this is BMW N52. What's it called again? Nostromo. Right, hang on. Ah, right, it's mouse with a keyboard on it. Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. It is a mouse, isn't it? Yeah, mouse with a keyboard on it. It's interesting. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I might announce it when I do future streams, but tonight I'm getting more wrecked as I go on, I think. Had such a nice conversation. Such a nice conversation. There are some nice people out in this world, and when you find them, it's always nice to be able to connect with them, like the people that view my wonderful channel, the wonderful people that view my wonderful channel. And I gotta tell you folks, I'm very, very happy that you folks come here and you watch my channel, because it makes me feel real warm inside, you know what I mean? It makes me feel warm, I glow, I got all kinds of effervescence coming out of my mouth, and foam, and all kinds of stuff what comes out of my ears and my ass. Did you see the final stream of Zeus last Tuesday, Rob? You missed something funny and emotional. You can still see it. Yeah, I might catch up with that stream. When I did see the first few seconds of it, and I thought, I wonder if the kids come, because he had the look, and the thing is, when I haven't got kids, but when someone has kids for the first time, you see them, the look. Oh shit! I've got kids. They change. They change. Hi Hattie. This is a compensatory interstitial. How's the hat shop? Have you sold many hats? Yeah, I'm struggling with my eyeballs today. Struggling with my eyeballs, struggling with all balls today. Oh, my nose is itching. Oh. Not a mouse, it's a 5-button keypad with D-pad switching system, which is fully programmed. It's awesome for first-person shooters, isn't it? Hat shop's good. Brilliant, Hattie. That's what I wanted to hear. The hat shop is in fine fettle. Rob, just so you know, we are planning to start a video podcast in the style of co-optional podcast. I will be hosting. Zeus and OSG will be the pundits, and we'll have a fourth as a guest. Oh, right, okay. Well, if you're inviting me, then I'll be happy to be a guest one day, although I don't know. I'll have to look up what co-optional means as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to come. I'm not going to bring many people with me, but you know, if you're desperate for someone one day, you know, you need to do one. Is it going to be live, or is it going to be? I'm guessing not. Regular fourth when we need one. Okay, well we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Just let me know. Does that mean I have to go anywhere, or can I do it online? If I have to go anywhere, it could be difficult, because I do tend to be all over the place at the minute, and I'm hoping to. Well, yeah, I do tend to be all over the place. Let me know when it will be, and I'll always do my best to try and help you guys out. It sounds like you wanted me to come off the bench when you can't get anyone that's any good. But yeah, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it. Although does this mean I'm going to have to have something on my computer that works technically? Because this could be a barrier. I have to warn you. You might not have noticed, but occasionally I have the odd technical issue. Probably not live to start with. We'll find our feet, but live mention. No, you can do it online via Skype, Discord. Somebody tried to get me to go onto this. Said to me, "You need to get onto Discord, Rob." And I said, "Discord? What's that?" Oh, it's this thing you go get onto. They told me I had to get onto. I don't know if you guys have heard of Count Dankula. This is a guy who I've actually wrote about him this week in an obtuse way. Well, no, not obtuse about him. I was writing about somebody else. But I've been told I have to get onto his Discord server. I don't know what that means. Zeus ripped the out of who for being moody? Didn't rip it out of me, did he? Ripped it out of me. Hang on. 1 hour 43 minutes. Right, hang on. Ripped it out of me? For being moody? Doesn't sound like me. It sounds like somebody else he's talking about. No, it must be somebody else you're talking about. Let's see. 1 hour 43 minutes. Oh. No, not Zeus Diaz. Oh, my eyes are really, really hurting. It's the World Cup. It's the World Cup. The World Cup. Do 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 do. It's the World Cup. minute 43. Here we go. Oh, look at him with his full head of black hair. What a rascal. No, it's not doing anything. He won't play it. He just said Snoopy, and that was it. Did he cry on the stream? No, it's not doing anything. I can't tell. We'll see if I go back and see what it is. Oh, I'll start gaming. Yeah, he is a bit. Yeah. Discord is a live chat service, like Skype, but easy to patch into your Twitch mix. Right, okay. Well, I can do that here. I mean, I've got this chat thing. Oh, right, I see what you mean. God, look how frail I'm losing weight again. I'm going to have to eat some salad or something when I finish with this. I'll get on my things. Hang on, I'll do it right now. Don't forget. You guys missed out on this already, but you're not going to miss again. This is it. Because get the muscles up. Oh, look at the muscles. Get those muscles. Wow, it's quite a flattering angle on me, this. Look at the muscles. Build them up, build them up, build them up. Feel that. He was hammered on Guinness and Tramadol by the end. Bless him, huh? Bless him, says. God, it's getting dark in here, isn't it? It doesn't seem as dark in here as it was outside. Why can't you see it? Yeah, I can't play it. No, I can't. It won't play. It's just paused on it. Let me just see if I can switch the light up a bit on this. Oh. I'm going to have to ask Hattie. I need your opinion. Are you willing to give your opinion? Actually, no. Forget it. Forget it. Jane Fonda in the 80s recording with that bit of kit. Oh, dynamite. I very nearly did a stream tonight. I'm going to surprise you. Next time, maybe soon, I'm going to do a stream from somewhere a little bit unusual. I'll give you a clue. Well, it's sort of like a clue. Get the muscles going. Ooh, hyperglycemic. Ooh, look at the potential. Ooh, building up my sexy muscles. Yeah, Hattie. I need my confidence boosting, Hattie. I need my confidence boosting. I'm not feeling that I've got. Oh, I mean, I look like crap at the minute, but I'm not feeling that I've not got the mojo going. Lost my mojo. Yeah, but look at my head hair. Look at the baldness. Look at that. Been like that since I was 11. I don't know if retro. I don't know how retro game viewer is gendered or what their orientation is. So I don't want to out anyone. But it seems to be a little bit obsessed with my appearance, which I don't blame. But no, not going to do that. Can't go wrong with a good beard. Thank you. Yeah, you know, and what I think is that you know, a good beard. I mean, this is a little bit messy, but I've got trimmer. I think a good beard denotes like you're a proper man, because some men can't grow beards, and I've always my beard, the bits of my beard that come out, we call them hairs. They're like tungsten bell wire. They're the hardest. They're the hardest type of hair you can possibly have. And once somebody punched me. It's very unusual for somebody to be able to punch me, but somebody punched me with their hand, and it went right into my face. Right, and when they took their hand away, on their fingers, it was all indented. There were like thousands that did, and it hurt them because that's how hard. You can almost see it there. Look, that's how hard the hair is on my face. Styled beards, did he? Let's see here, styled beard. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's got a beard. It's styled, I suppose. I mean, I just get the thing and I go like 0, a bit down like this. I've been doing just to give it a bit of a line, and then I just like a 3. But I'm thinking I might go a 4 this time. He's coming back. He's doing this podcast thing. I'm going to be the 4th wheel apparently. I'll be the blooming runt that they will take the mickey out of, I expect. And I'll Skype in, and they'll all humiliate me. How can I turn the light up on this thing? I'm just going to work not happy with how you're shaping your beard. Well, I just started doing it a bit more recently, just give it a little bit, you know, because I just thought, you know, I'm getting on. I mean, I don't know if you guys know how old I am. I think I've given away my age before, but you know, who was it I was talking to about? Oh my God, yeah, I'm at the stage now where I see people and I'm like, wow, they look really old, and some of them are younger than me, and I'm like, ugh. I mean, I'm getting this thing, you know, I'm starting to get this. That's a very old looking thing. What's this? I'm working here, just like football's coming. I don't get that. The way he ended the stream is very upsetting. For long, he gives it another stream. Well, he's doing the long goodbyes, and he's done about 8 million different videos to say he's going. About time he bloody pushed off. He's still there, you know. He's. I haven't got the webcam controller isn't coming up now, so I'm getting darker and darker as the light fails. I could try and move this lamp. That might improve things slightly. Is that a bit better? It's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a bit better. You will be our Crendor. Right, Crendor. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that means. So, hello, Ego Chip. Nice to see you, mate. Haven't seen you for a few weeks. I'm not playing any games tonight because I can't see properly. And you know, if I can't see properly, I won't be able to play games to my usual high standards, which is... Have I ever shown you guys my sound card? I think... Oh, no, I have. I think I did. I think Leo at least has seen it. Maybe Ego Chip has seen it. Anyway, this is my sound interface. I've been recording music today. Is it in shot? No, this is it. I've got the Focusrite, original Focusrite 18i20. Just thought I'd show off. It's a piece of hardware. But drivers are awful. And... but it'll do the job. Can't see properly. Did you touch yourself again? No, I've got eye strain. I've been writing. I've been doing loads and loads and loads of writing, and recording music, and not much sleeping, and I'm really trying to do things, you know. Regular stream, yeah. I think I'll do summer specials and winter and stuff. Yeah, we'll get a new podcast going. Yeah, we'll get the new podcast going, and that'll be cool. Yeah, I'll do it when called upon, if I can, because my Sundays. Well, I don't know where. Well, to be honest, I don't even know where I'm going to be over the next few months. I've got a few decisions to make about my living arrangements, because at the minute I'm in quite palatial sort of places, but it's. I don't know if I've ever explained my living arrangements, but they're a little bit strange, and I don't think they can continue this way much longer. So I live in a really nice flat, and there should be 2 people living in here, and there's just me. And it's a great flat, and I'd love to stay here, but I don't think I can stay in Nottingham much longer, because I'm just completely fed up with the place. But I don't know where I'm going to go, so no, I don't have Trevor Dolls. I do come on without Zeus being on, you know. On the weeks that Zeus was off, I was still coming on, generally. As much use as the condoms are. And Ego Chip wished it was winter. I can't remember what I was saying now. Yeah, I need to work out new living arrangements, and that means I need to get a regular job as well. Unless the other option is this channel suddenly gets, I don't know, like about 5,000 viewers every live stream, and then I can do this and just do this. I today found out how much can I talk about this? I don't think I've... Right, so no, actually, I will leave it. I seem to do that quite a lot, but basically, some people that do YouTube, right? I'll do it this way. I've wrote about this week on my other identities. Some of the people that do YouTube and do it for right, I'll say this another way. Some of the people that do I would like to know if some of the people that are doing YouTube and other social media and are pitching themselves as having concerns about society, how much money they're making and how they live. There's a couple of people that I am pretty sure are making staggering amounts of money, and I mean staggering amounts of money, and the kind of work they're doing, you would be very surprised, and I would definitely if I could earn, let me put it this way, there's a very prominent YouTuber who I think if I was earning 5% of what they're earning in a year, I would be able to do this channel full time comfortably. 5%. It'd be nice if it was about 7%, but 5% I'd be happy. And they are very popular, and I would like to know. I'd like to know exactly. Oh, I know how much they're earning. So this person that I don't think earns anything from ad revenues. I don't think they earn anything. I think it's pretty much people giving them money. So I mean, yeah, I people give them money. If you cover certain topics on YouTube, your videos become very quickly demonetized. But the problem is, if you're writing or you're talking about certain things, and you're good at it, you're good at talking about it, and you know that if you make a video, you will bring in, let's say, £4,000. Well, are you going to make in a year 25 videos, or are you going to make 100 videos? So chances are you can make 100 videos. But if you've only got 25 topics or subjects to make it about, that means you're 75 subjects short. So then what do? Well, you have to start finding things to talk about. Now, if your video is a social concern, and you haven't got enough things to write about, what are you going to do? Maybe you start stirring up subjects that maybe aren't quite as bad as they were, and you start becoming more and more bombastic, and you know what I mean? It's I'm not fussed about anyone that makes videos like a crazy Russian hacker who I think makes tons of money. I've got no problem with that because he's making money. It's business. He's providing entertainment. He's making money. He's got his farm and all the rest. I like crazy Russian hacker. He does his stuff. That's great. What he isn't doing is working up people that might go out onto the streets and starting riots. And there's a few people on YouTube that do that, and I have no time for those bastards. is it simply? And I think those people are sort of laughing at people. I think they are. So Jim Sterling earns about 20. I don't know who Jim Sterling is. If you make good enough if you're a good enough con artist, you can make thousands of a bare minimum for it. And I don't know the name that you're referring to. I don't know who that would be. I don't know who you're referring to, but I'd be interesting to know who that is. I can't comment on one of those names actually. You've put there, Leo. I mean, I've heard those, all those except for Downward Thrust. Yeah, playing. I've got no problem. People want to make money playing games, no problem at all. People that are making money out of working people up into a froth is if you do 100 videos and you've got 100 subjects and you're making it for the sake of the subject and the money is incidental, I'm not so fussed. If you're making videos and, well, look, how can people be having a go at Gary Lineker and saying he's a virtue signaller? And I hate Gary Lineker, and I know a couple of things about him that aren't public domain, which are incredible about that man. But how can people have a go at Gary Lineker when they are earning an absolute fortune working people up into a lather? There's 4 people in particular I have in mind that I really, really, really dislike a lot, and I know there's going to be others. Sarkeesian. Okay. I've heard that name. I'll have to check that out. No, you won't demonetize it. I don't get any money on this. I need to have. Well, I've got 76 subscribers, so I can't even claim my channel name at the minute. I need another 24. I need another 24, and I've got. I'm well off the viewer thing to get onto the monetizing program. This isn't ever going to make me any money. This channel, ever. I will never make any money out of any of these platforms. When I do stuff, I just do. I mean, look, I worked with, like I said, I was saying earlier, I worked with a guy who's currently just he's got some of his music on an Apple advert, and you'll see it on the homepage of YouTube. When I started this stream, the advert was there. And really, I've got 1,000 DVDs left over that I produced for this guy, and I can't sell them. So I was thinking about doing a Kickstarter to try and do an HD release, and then maybe at least I've got the stock sold before I do it. Then big YouTubers make a lot of money. Yu-Gi-Oh pack openings. They use Patreon funds to buy rare boxes, which cost about £500. Open up the channel and get sent loads of stuff. It's insane. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I've probably got the personality to carry a channel. Look, the best guys in this business are the likes of Techmoan, Larry, Larry Bundy Jr., who, believe it or not, the first person to ever watch a live stream on this channel was Larry Bundy Jr., believe it or not. I did a stream. There was nobody watching the streams, and I did a stream. I was just doing streams and no one was watching, and I did a stream, and it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and he was unwell around Christmas time, a little bit after Christmas, and he came on. And I was chatting. If you look, it was one of the earliest streams. I was talking to him, just chatting with him about 3-4 o'clock in the morning for about 2 or 3 hours, and we were talking about, because he fun enough lives just up the road from where I was born, and we were talking about the town. You feel you've been cheated on me? Oh, that's all right, OSG. Don't worry. It's nice to see you, my friend. I hear that there might be. Are you involved in this thing? This four-way doobery? I don't know. Yeah, Guru Larry's a good man. Yeah. I haven't seen him on the stream since then. He might come back. I was saying we were gonna do an Astronic video at some point, and I was gonna get the multi-adapter. I have to get back onto Rolo because I think he was trying to get hold of me. It's been a bit of a hectic week. Oh right, okay. I might misspoke. Sorry, OSG. Forget about it. Yeah, I've gone and said something I shouldn't have said. Yeah, Larry's a good guy, I think. Ashens I quite like, and Angry Video Game Nerd has set up a good. He's got a great platform, and these guys that's their career. And I tried. Unfortunately, the mistake I made was I wasn't on. I had access to YouTube and I had video production stuff. And I didn't come up with the right content and try to do, because I didn't understand YouTube. I should have been doing it 10 years ago, and then I'd probably be quite prominent now. But you live and learn, don't you? I'm working with someone who, I'm talking with someone who is going to become very big in the next few months, and who's doing some work with Vice at the minute, and doing some quite interesting stuff. Now, I'm not a big fan of Vice, but I was talking to this person earlier today, and they were telling me that they think it's going to be quite a controversial. It's going to be an interesting video. So yeah, I'm mixing with some. It's funny really because I am actually talking to some of the bigger, quite a few interesting people. Quite a few interesting. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Yeah, we might link up on that. Yeah. I might be. When there's nobody good available, OSG. There's nobody anyone cares about. It'll be me getting wielded by the sounds of it. Yeah. So it's. Yeah. There's. I mean, I don't like a lot of the big. There's a lot of the big guys on the gaming stuff. Most of these guys seem quite genuine, and look, you guys know I'm not a gaming person, and it's only the Amiga stuff I'm really interested in, and I'm not really interested in it anyway. I do this because it's something to do, and it's nice that there's a few of you that will come and watch. And I a lot of the time I don't deliver on the games. Like tonight, I just talk bollocks through it. But I'll just do it because it's something to do, and because I'm trying to get some order in my life, and I like to produce. I mean, one thing I like to do is produce stuff, whatever it is, produce and put it out. And like I've been on Twitter a lot with one of my other identities. Shady Penguin he's only in for the money. Well, I don't know these games. I mean, look, OSG is one of the big ones, really. Although he doesn't use his voice. We like your company. Yeah, well, that's I just look. Um, I won't have a huge amount of time on this earth. I don't feel, look, whichever way you look at it, the last 20 years have gone past quite quick for me. The last 10 years have gone, I haven't really achieved much. You know, I was living a bit of a strange life, and I was trying to edge towards getting a successful career in video, which didn't happen. I did I did a great project with one guy. So the guy who's on the on that Apple advert at the minute, and then I was trying to do a project with a guy called Van Dyke Parks, and it fell through, and shortly after that, and it wasn't Van Dyke Parks. I was going to shoot a live concert with him, and I just couldn't sort out the deal with the suits, and that really bothered me. And then right after that, I had had a health scare where I was told that I probably had some kind of cancer, but I didn't. It was a complete fluke. They said this could be, but it was one of them where they go, "Oh no, you're okay." And one of my mates said to me, "You've done a really good job trying to make a career out of the video thing, but it's time to stop now." And it was one of you know, because of, you know, I would have been stuffed without any money coming in. I would have well, because I wouldn't. You can't earn if you're sick, and so I sort of knocked most of the video stuff on the head, and it's only in the last few years I started doing some more YouTube stuff. I was really upset about that Van Dyke Park thing because I really like him, and he can't play anymore. So I've done 2 recent videos with my transvestite Geordie voice. It's not transvestite Geordie. It's not Geordie anyway. It's Mackham, isn't it? Well, that area. Didn't someone think you were Californian until that? So funny, that song was funny, but it was the bit after that where he asked if you'd gone. Called you money, said you sleep. Alright, I'll check it out. Don't worry, I'll check it out after this. Oh, did you actually talk then? That's your normal voice. I lost 100 subs after that video. Well, I've been minus figures. I think I'm still on 76. I mean, it's niche appeal, this channel. I mean, I'm glad you guys are in my niche, but it's niche appeal, you know. And I don't push it. I don't push this channel. Total Biscuit proves. Yeah, he died, didn't he? I remember. Yeah, I read about that. Right to the end. Yeah. I mean, but that wasn't what I was doing at the time. I was trying to get into corporate video, and I was doing, because I was trying to do music. I did one concert that I produced that got really good reviews. I was sort of in demand. I got approached. Oh, should I say the name of the artist? I got approached to do a concert film for, no, I won't say the name because I'm going to shit all over them. I was approached to do a concert film for a girl that was up and coming by her management right afterwards. And we got to quite close to the concert, and they weren't coming up with the funds. So that got cancelled, and then I couldn't put together Van Dyke Park's one, which would have been a brilliant concert to record, because he's absolutely outstanding. If any of you guys, you guys are not aware of Van Dyke Parks, he did the arrangements. His first professional music job, he was a child actor, but he did the arrangement for the Bare Necessities from the Jungle Book, and then he was a session musician, and he plays accordion and piano, plays beautiful piano and accordion, and he. But the thing that he done his own records, Song Cycle, loads of arrangements, worked with Harry Nilsson. But the big thing he's known for is he worked with the Beach Boys and Brian Wilson on a record that was not completed by the Beach Boys called Smile, and he co-wrote some great songs called. He eventually completed it with Brian Wilson, finished the writing of it. Years later, 2004, I was there at the premiere, and Van Dyke Parks was there, and I saw him actually had a chat with him on the second night, very brief chat, said hello. But they wrote songs like Heroes and Villains, Surf's Up, Child is the Father of Man, some of the highest productions, Cabin Essence, and he wrote Sail on Sailor a bit later with him, and he's done some great records of his own, Song Cycle. He did another album with Brian Wilson, Orange Crate Art. Yeah, he does a great arrangement. That was his first professional arranging job, as far as I know. And he's a real nice guy. I wrote to him years ago and about some Hoagie Carmichael song called Washboard Blues. And I said, this song, I hear a lot of the Smile stuff in this song. Is this a favourite of yours? And I got like a page response. I mean, I was about 23 at the time, and he was like, it's incredible that a 23-year-old is listening to this stuff. I got really enthusiastic. I don't have the email anymore, but I got a really enthusiastic email from him. A real nice guy. We don't see eye to eye on politics, but I'm hoping I meet him properly sometime and sit down and have a chat. I'd love to interview him, have a chat about stuff. I've interviewed. The reason that that was going to open up is that I knew that he was involved. Well, I'll say the name. I worked with a guy called Daniel Johnston, and I did the concert. I shot the concert for him, and then I knew that Van Dyke Parks was a fan of Daniel Johnston's, because I knew that he was involved in trying to get clearances for some of the Beach Boys music that they were going to try and bring into a documentary called The Devil and Daniel Johnston. So I wrote to him and said, look, I did this DVD, and I'd love to work with you sometime. And he wrote back and said, I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I have a feeling he'd seen the DVD. So that was quite nice. So I would love to work with him. No, not Daniel Johnston off the Postcode Lottery. Daniel Johnston off of the Texas-based singer. You might have a gig next year hosting, producing a live stream for the English Heritage Summer Solstice live stream. That'd be great. Yeah, I hope you get that. That'd be fantastic. Ian Goff, anyone know a good place to download Amiga demos in ADF format? I'm looking. Yeah, there's a demo. What's that site called where I was getting the demos from before? There is a site out there that's just got tons of demos. Somebody will remember that. It's hang on, Ian, I'll have a look. Demos. There's a place. It's got everything, recent demos, the whole lot. ADA demo scene archive, I think, is what you want. Yeah, that looks like the one. You do a Google for ADA demo scene archive. It's ada.unterground.net. That's ada.untergrund.net. Check it out. I've just given the advice, OSG. I've just given the advice that was requested. Done it all in one very swift. That was pretty swift. Daniel Johnston isn't on the Postcode Lottery. He's on the Apple Mac adverts at the minute. It's a good DVD. It's a good DVD. I've got about 1,000 of them in the shed. So it's he's a wonderful songwriter, Daniel Johnston. Absolutely, the songwriter of his generation. And I always say, a lot of people go, he can't sing. He looks like a tramp. I've heard people say that, and he has his problems, but I always say he's like a Pete Postlethwaite of singers. He's not Madonna. He's He's a real person that sings. Yeah, it's different. Not that Daniel Johnston that was on X Factor. Yeah, not that one. I think he wasn't gay. That one. I think he was bisexual. But yeah, that didn't help actually, because that he came around just about the time we were releasing, if I remember. So there was a bit of confusion. I think we had a few returns because of that. I think I've got a copy of the DVD around with me. But yeah, that was a big production, and that took 18 months to complete because we had a bit of a problem with the video. Word of mouth always points in the right direction. Yeah, no worries, pal. Anytime. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, because I need to get to 100. And I've got 76. I have quite a good return. That's one thing I am good, as OSG has pointed out before. Let's have a look, see how many we got people we've got watching it. How many we got people? Yeah, that's a sign that I'm not quite all there. 8 people watching now, and I've got 76, so that's over 10% of my subscribers. That's pretty good. That's not a bad showing. Particularly as I'm not actually playing any games, and I'm just sitting here and I'm just You're starting to feel really moody for some reason. Not the most tonight, normally. Well, I've not really pushed it. Well, I don't normally push it, to be honest. 8, not bad. I normally get about 12, don't I? I don't know. How many do I normally get? I don't really track these things. Is Hattie going? Good night, Hattie. Thank you. She's probably already gone. Yeah. My singing's brilliant. My singing is brilliant for someone who can't sing. Did Zeus sing? Oh, I missed this. He's been copying me. You can tell when I'm starting to become detached. I had such a lovely conversation on the phone tonight. I really do. You know, there's some people there's some people I just talk to, and I'm starting to mix with a few people. I think. Yeah, you've caught me in very introspective mood this evening. I think there is a growing look. So I think you guys know, I mentioned it a few times. I have a few personas that I operate under, and all of them are just under the level of success. And I think I've got unique viewerships on nearly all of them. And there's Ego Chip. Someone's asked me for details about one of the other personalities, and I think one of you guys is following me. Well, he said his last one was on the Sunday, and he's starting to do new bloody streams. Single hammer towards the end. Oh, brilliant! Zeus's songs make my songs make sense. I'm a bloody good songwriter. To be completely and utterly honest with you, I'm a very good songwriter. Unfortunately, I've never had any financial success with songwriting, and Cliff Richards, my material was turned down by Cliff Richards' man and Tom Jones, 2 people I could have made some money with. You followed my other channel. I do have another channel, but there's not much happening on it at the minute, and I don't want to name it, a bit like the other one. Yeah, but the other channel it's mainly on Twitter that I do stuff on that other one. So if you look up that name, there's a couple of other people with a similar name. But if you look up that same name and you put Mr. in front of it, you'll find me on Twitter. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I sent a bit of material to like his vocal arranger, who's a very well known, very good arranger, who was known in the 60s and 70s. Well, he was known for his vocal groups in the 60s, and in the 70s he was known all around the industry because he would, you know, those Top of the Pops records where they'd make a record that sounds like the real record, but it's not. It's meant they're copying the licensed record. So they do like Bohemian Rhapsody, and he'd come in and do all the vocals for Bohemian Rhapsody by himself for these sound-alike records. My sinuses are completely blocking up here, and yeah, I got some material to him, and I think he just said not interested. And yeah, I don't think they even opened the stuff I sent to Tom Jones, but they're the only people you could, because they sold records a lot, like, and you'll never get material onto new artists' records. So, but I am a good songwriter. I know that. I've been very unlucky. I've been very unlucky in most areas of life and success and stuff. If you ego chip, if you yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I the other one I'm really protective of the identity on because it's very special to me, the other one, and I like to keep it separate from me. A few people know that it's me, but it's very, very, very special. Followers of a certain football club are familiar with it, and it's a hated account, but others love it. Who are you talking to? Watched it after me. I need to get back into music production. Well, I've been making music today actually, which was not. I was quite happy with what I came with. Unusual for me to write something beginning to end, and then I actually on the demo I said to myself, "Oh, this is a demo." I heard. I sang a song, I worked it out, and I went, "Yeah, that's good. That's good. That one. I'll dub this up. Oh, this is a demo though," and because I have a habit of just dubbing up my demos, and that becomes and I don't work any further on it. But I'd actually put together production today. It doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, sometimes people do. Look, I'll tell you. I can tell you exactly what's happened in my career. I have a lot of talent. I know I do. I have a lot of ability. I've been stopped from being successful lots of times. It's very difficult for me. I had a problem that got quite bad in my 20s with depression and anxiety, and I've spoken about it on here before, and that was because mainly because I had a chronic vitamin D deficiency problem, and that's sort of fixed now because I take a maintenance dose. And my life, I find things a lot easier now. I never used to be able to compose myself, and I can compose myself now. But it's had an impact on me long term, and it's affected my career long term. But it's meant I've done different stuff. I don't live my life in a very normal way. I would love. I mean, I'll be completely honest. If I could make this take off, and if I could earn 10 grand a year, and that's a big ask, but if I could earn 10 grand a year off of this, that would be my bills paid and all the basic rent paid. I could just about, and then anything else I do, if I could just get those basics paid, that would be amazing. But it's not going to happen. I'm 38 now. I've been trying to make things work for about 20 years, and every single thing I've done, although I've had success. I mean, if you look up the reviews for that DVD I did with Daniel Johnston, it got good reviews, and we did that on a budget of £6,000, including production of the final DVD, which is unheard of. And that was including booking studios. We mixed that at Strong Room Studios. That was all the production cost and production of the final DVD, the production run of the actual DVD, which was a fantastic job. But yeah, I'd love to be successful at something. But I mean, the alternative is, like I said, I was talking to someone on the phone earlier who I know is going to be a great success and has already been successful. And if I can contribute to them being successful, it'd be great. It doesn't help me in my pocket, but they are, you know, there's a few people. I'm hoping I'm going to speak to someone who's involved in something really interesting at the minute, really interesting, and I'm hoping I can have a chat with them and get involved in some things. But I would love to have some bread and butter, some talk about some gaming stuff I'm really struggling to read. People weren't horrible to me because I was mentally ill. They were horrible. No, it was. I was just unlucky. When I worked at Tesco, I left under a bit of a cloud, and I was. I can't remember. I've told someone this story recently, but I can't remember if I did it on here. But basically, what happened was I worked in a store. I did a few jobs, and in the end, I was managing the bread department and bread and cakes. And they introduced this new system of bread. So normally you see these brown trays, and they use these brown trays for like Hovis, Allied Bakeries, and whatever Allied. And there's another bakery. They might all be amalgamated now. And they changed to a new system where they were going to use these blue trays. And they were trialling it in my store. So it was the first time it had been used, and we brought it in. It was a great system. It would come in, although I knew they'd get rid of it because these trays tended to collapse and you could cut your fingers off. But it was a great system apart from that. And they brought in these things, and I looked at the way they were doing it, and I said, do you think maybe if we do this, that might work a bit better? And they went, yeah, I think we should do it that way. And I said, well, how about we do this? And they went, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe, why aren't we doing that? Yeah, let's do it that way. I went, okay, fine. So we got this system in. It worked great. One of the girls from head office that was in charge of bread came down, and I remember because there was this old boy. Well, he was in his 60s at least, who was sort of I was working with, and he came in and he went, oh, we got a girl from head office coming. She's going to be here any time. You'll like her, nice sort. I was like, okay. So this girl turns up, and I was about 25, I think, at the time, and 24, I think, and she was probably maybe 33, and I came in. This girl came in, and I said, all right, and she went, oh, this is so good. Oh my goodness. What time were you in this morning? I said, about 4 o'clock. I've been the last few days. 4 o'clock. Oh. And I was like, okay, it's a bit. And the bloke said, oh, fucking hell, what's going on? Fucking hell, this is a bit much. So she's going bonkers, this girl, and touching my arm and all the rest of it. And eventually, I'm like, yeah, okay. She goes, oh, I have to go and look out the back. And she said, and I said, yeah, I'll see you in there. So she goes off to the back room, and I turn and look at this bloke. He went, fucking hell. She nearly had a fucking orgasm. And I was like, yeah. And anyway, this girl comes back and she goes, you're the one that suggested these things I suggested. And I said, yeah. She said, do you know that's going to save the company £176,000 a week? And I went, is it? And she went, yeah. I was like, well, can you have a word with my governor? Because I'm not earning £176,000 in 10 years. So she was like, oh, yeah, we haven't. Anyway. my governor, or the manager of the store, was an absolute knob end. I had about 5 managers in this store that were great. This guy, store manager, absolute knob end. Couldn't remember my name, even though we both had the same first name. Wouldn't speak to me, and he hated me. We had all the managers from the group come around, and they were like, "The bread is amazing," and he just went, "You're rubbish." And in the end, he just hated me because I was on the up and up, I think, and in the end, yeah, I've had so many meltdowns and burned literally every bridge, and the people who did it to me always came out looking white. Oh, yeah, it happens, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the friend I was talking to on the phone earlier has had a big thing like that very recently, and it's very difficult. But if you do it, you have to. It's worse if it's Anyway, so this guy basically just was a bell end to me, and I ended up leaving Tesco. Well, actually, I knocked over a few stands of bread, and I said, "Fuck you all!" and I walked out the door, and and I got someone to give my resignation in for me. And I got a new job. But when I went into, You're quite impressed with the current SF1 STS HSC thingy. Looks like Walking the Cow bloke started to really like it. What's Walking the Cow got to do with? Is this a game thing? SF1. Walking the Cow is a Daniel Johnston song. So if that's a coincidence, that'll be quite strange. Yeah. Well, I don't. I'm trying. I think I'm meeting some. I've met a couple of really really nice genuine people that I want in my life, basically. Just to work with or whatever, and it's really cool. So. It's really cool. But yeah, I left. So I left Tesco. Tesco might sue me after this, but nothing to sue me for. And I went up to the agents. And it wasn't Manpower. It was the one that begins with R, I think. And I walked in, and they said, "Oh," I said, "I just want a new job. I've just left Tesco. I'm not happy about it, and I've gone." And they said, "Oh, you're working at Tesco?" They said, "Okay. Well, there's a few things." Fine. So I left, and then they said, "Come in and see us. We'll have a chat with you." I came in, and they said, "We've got a few things for you here. But I was talking to Tesco head office the other day." This lady, I said, "All right." She goes, "They were asking about you. I mentioned that you'd come in." I went, "Really?" And she went, "Yeah, and they'd like to see you at head office." And I said, "Nope, not interested. I won't work for those people." And she went, "Well, they really want to speak to you. It's a bit difficult for me." And I said, "Don't care. I'll speak to these other people." And they got me a job. And about 6 months later, I had enough of that. I was working in a parking ticket office. I was cancelling old ladies' tickets on the weekends, destroying paperwork. No, I wasn't. That's an allegation, because they are legal records that you can't destroy. But I wouldn't do such a thing. So I went back and said, "Can you get me another job?" And she set me up with an interview, and the guy didn't turn up to the interview. Basically, I don't get kept waiting in interviews. I was in there for about half an hour. In the end, I got up and walked out. And I called her up and said, "Can you get something else? This guy didn't show up to the interview. I'm not sitting around all day." And she said, "I've actually just had Tesco on the phone, and they've been." She said, "Look, I didn't want to say it, but they've been asking about you every time they ask if you come back." And I went, "Right." And she said, "You need to go and speak to them." And I said, "I'm not speaking to them. I won't work for them." Since I'd left there, somebody who'd been a manager, sort of not my equal, a little bit higher than me, had killed himself and cited pressure of the job. I mean, working for Tesco, it's ridiculous amount of pressure they put on people. It's terrible. And I was even more, "No, I won't work for them." End of story. She said, "Well, thing is, if I don't send you to them, it's going to cost me business, so I can't represent you anymore. So I went, okay, fair enough. But that's how much they can screw you over. Some people, they can think they own you. I mean, it's a bit of a long story, but they think they own you. You don't know me fully. You haven't seen me in my meltdown marriages when people decide they don't want me in their life. Well, we're all a bit unbalanced, aren't we? When I've stuck with people similar to me when they had a meltdown, they ditched me. Well, I've had meltdowns. I've had some quality meltdowns. It tells get long stories aren't interested, but love listening to them anyway. Well, there you go. I tell you a great long story, man. I've got a story for you, like. I was doing the other day, bought some peanuts, like, but I got no teeth. How can I eat peanuts with no teeth? I can't suck peanuts, man. You cannot suck peanuts. Peanuts don't dissolve. I was eating peanuts, man. Why, John, give us peanuts, like. I can't eat peanuts. Got no teeth, like. I have to suck them, like. I can't suck peanuts. Peanuts you cannot suck, man. You cannot digest a peanut. You cannot swallow a peanut whole. Is that the kind of story you're talking about? You cannot swallow a peanut whole, man. You cannot swallow a peanut. What you thinking? Giving us a peanut? What was going through your head, like? Haven't we brought you better than that to be giving peanuts to people what kind of chew with their teeth, like? Oh, despicable. Yep, so that's a bit of an update on my life, basically. I'm going to write an article on my other platform about my life in general. I've got a few things I'm writing at present. So yeah, I've been writing I wrote some interesting things. And I'm writing an article on somebody's request about what is fascism. And I've just picked up a copy. I've got a copy. This is an absolute scandal. This book here is President Charles Bradlaugh MP. Nobody knows who Charles Bradlaugh is except for me. After this book, I think there is one book that has been written. There was one major piece of work on this guy that's been written, apart from the Wikipedia article, and that is by me. And I needed a copy of this book. Now look at the state of this book; it's awful, and it's got mould on the bottom. This is a cracking book about Charles Bradlaugh, who should be one of our national heroes. He wasn't into iconography and all that kind of stuff. Poor old David Tribe died last year, and I should have wrote to him at some point, and I didn't, and I regret that. But Charles Bradlaugh was a great guy, and I have a massively overdue project that I'm not going to finish in this glut of projects I'm working on about Charles Bradlaugh. But looks riveting. That you might try and get it on eBay. Charles Bradlaugh is the reason that we have a divorced church and state. You're a funny guy. Target Renegade, one of those classic games I love playing as well, but with decent microswitch comp pro. Microfair. Still got it. Did you say what style of music you write, Robert? I write awful music. I write music in a... probably the nearest description is sort of traditional 60s melodic style compositions. I can't really sing. I can't play much, and I used to write mainly out of depression, or that was the motivation. Although I like writing, I really wanted to write some nice stuff. But I've been working a lot on I wanted to do an album for my other persona because it's a puppet channel. I've got a puppet channel, and I've been working on an album for that for about 2 years, maybe 3. and I had music that I wrote in, some of it's from 2003, and I've been dubbing up a bit on it, and I had some music from hi Bat, thank you, haven't seen you for ages. He's drunk as a skunk, wonderful. I had to go to a christening thing. I was really pissed. Okay, that's wonderful. I wrote some quite jolly stuff, but that's an anti-nuclear album, and I started working in earnest on that last year, and I've still got, it's about 26 minutes long, what I've got, and it's harder to work these days. I didn't write for about 10 years. I hardly wrote anything, so. But I'm sort of in a writing groove at the minute. I wrote something today. I've wrote a few songs, fragmentary songs that I'm trying to build into proper songs. I've got one about Charles Bradlaugh that I've had the title in my head for about 18 years. No, 18 years is a stretch. No, probably 18 years actually. Yeah, 18, 19 years, and suddenly the song appeared, and it's a good one. So. Yeah, I didn't know that Techno. I was already doing my one before Techmoan did his, so it's not got that many followers. That channel, like all of my channels. Yeah, I'm not on SoundCloud. There's almost nothing of mine out. I don't think there's anything of mine out available. There's one thing I did with the puppet that's on his YouTube. So. England's won 6-1 today. I hope I haven't ruined that for anyone. No, well, I wrote, when I say wrote music out of depression, it was because if you have a certain sense of unhappiness or discomfort, and you're writing, like if you write, you want to construct something. First of all, if you write a song, it can be very nice to write something, and at the end you go, oh, I've created this, and if you can't really play or sing, it means it's not necessarily going to be it's not going to be that pleasant to listen to. But the composition you've created, and the words and everything it's very important. And I wrote some good stuff. I did write some good stuff, and I sort of stopped writing around the time I was finishing the concert film. And I had 2 songs actually that if I make myself a record, I'm going to have these 2 songs I think are going to be on there, but I never finished them, and it pretty much, like, as I've started writing again, it feels like I'm picking up from that and they'll fit on this record. I'm a bit sad I didn't write for so long actually. I was always writing little bits here and there, but I wasn't writing. But then I found there's still melodies. Panama they played. Yeah, Belgium were a good side. I didn't tell you guys, I saw a really good singer. I was in Camden Friday, not last Friday, Friday before, and I went to see Vanity Von Glow. But before that, I watched the first half of the football. I watched the first half of the football, Portugal, Spain, and that was not bad. There was a load of Portuguese just in Camden, near the lock, a little bit down from the lock. They had a screen, and you go in and stamp your hand. And I stood and watched the first half because I got there really early, and then I went to watch Vanity Von Glow, who is a drag act, but unlike most drag acts, can really bloody sing, and a very interesting voice, quite like a very elastic ability in the upper range, which was I was quite impressed by. So yeah, it was a really good singer. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Vanity Von Glow. what did Vanity? Well, right. So they were at the Day for Freedom thing, basically, which happened, which Tommy Robinson was involved with, but a bunch of other decent people were involved with, and it's not to say that Tommy Robinson isn't a decent person. Just all those other people are decent, and I might not say that he's a decent person. And where was I? Yeah. So basically, Vanity, because she spoke at this event, got banned from every club across London, and this was sort of part of her comeback. And it was a nice little gig. You know, I wasn't familiar with much of the material because it's sort of like, I don't know, like Lady Gaga and stuff. Some of it, I think, you know, some of these, but decent voice. And finished with The Show Must Go On. And the last note he hit on that was real nice, real powerful, and a real elastic ability to go up. Bit like Nilsson. A lot of elastic, more elastic than in her knickers, I would expect. But yeah. I'm trying to get out. I don't know if I told you guys I was going to that, but I'm trying to get out and do different things. So, and I quite like going to events with like lots of gay people because I mean a couple of them got a bit ratty with each other, but it's a nice atmosphere. It's a nice atmosphere. I sat right at the back. I knew a couple of people there, but I didn't want to mix with them, so I just want to sit at the back and just watch everything that happened. So I sat at the back, and you know, everyone knew each other there. You know, everyone knew each other. I like, you know, I'm quite interested in, although I'm a straight man, I'm quite interested in gay culture. It's something if I come back to history properly, I want to do some work on prostitution actually. Bridget Nielsen, I don't know where that's come from. She's pregnant. Isn't Bridget Nielsen pregnant again? Pregnant? Or is it again or first time pregnant? Because I saw the woman. I mean, that's incredible. Oh, I sat at the back. No, there were a lot of. I just like it. I'm not a gay bloke. Um, I'm not attracted to transvestites, transgender, or drag artists. I just like the atmosphere. It's a very non-hostile atmosphere. Everyone's a lot of these people are sleeping with each other, and they're very casual and all the rest of it. That's cool. It doesn't bother me. And it's just nice to stand with these people, and some of the, you know, there's a lot of lesbians and stuff there. They're just cool people just enjoying their lives, and I like the fact that in this country we can do this sort of thing, and well, you know, most of us can. You know, you're out of luck if you're born Muslim and you want to live that way in this country. I mean, you can do it. There were some guys there that I would have assumed were born Muslim. They had a kind of that look about them. In fact, Vanity sat on one of their laps at one point. I thought I came out the other month on my other channel. No, no, you don't know what other channels I've got. No. As Mike Parry said once, there's not a heterosexual bone in my body. Nah, I'm not. No. Not ginger beer either. No. I was with my former partner, who was female, for 8 years, and she looked, to my eyes, she looked like a kind of more exotic Marilyn Monroe. So I'm quite good at batting above my average, to be honest. I mean, look at this. I'm like a bag of shite tied together at each end of the piece of string, and when you see some of the women I hang around with, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I was out with that week when I got invited out. I was out with these three absolutely astounding women. I got invited out without the blue. I was absolutely like, God, I still got it. I've always been surrounded by beautiful women, and I don't know how I do it because look at the state of me. Backtracks. Look at the muscles. Do some more exercises. I'm not doing too bad. Have we gone for 2 hours? 1 hour 45. Well, since my eyes eased off a bit, I'm not playing any games yet. Yeah, I know some really, really, really beautiful women, exceptionally beautiful women, and women of all different ages that are beautiful as well. I was looking at that. I tell you, some weird women appeal to me. I think 20 was your first love ever. Bleak. But you do have a family now. So you got over that. You know, I've known some really beautiful women. Really beautiful women. And they always seem to want to be around me. It's weird. It's weird. But I guess I'm a nice person. You do too, your wife. Ah. He's showing her that comment now. Look what I've just wrote about you. Look. Look what I've just wrote about you, man. Man. I've wrote how beautiful you are. There you are, beautiful. What does that give me tonight, Nick? Oh, hey. I like off to the toilet now. Hope she sees this. Yeah, there we go. Thought so. Such your world league, man. Ooh. Got your beloved C64. Yes. Yeah, I don't know why the beautiful women want to be around me. I guess it must be my personality, my debonair style. Primark t-shirts. It's worth a try, yeah. You have to have the pattern only to pull the birds, you know. The thing about women is like they've got a very unique tastes and stuff. So if you're trying to chop a woman, you've got to know about womanly stuff like flower pressing and you got to know about puppies and stuff like that, don't they, women? And well, they got you know, like brassieres and stuff like that. This kind of thing there, where well, thing is though, some ugly women are. This is gonna get picked up as being misogynistic, but some ugly women are they're very appealing. For example, I mean, a woman that I find ugly in every regard is Emily Thornberry, the Labour MP. But there's something about her. There's something a bit sordid about her. You know, if you know, I wouldn't. But you think, she probably goes a bit. I mean, we can do that if you want. I mean, like Theresa May. Nah, not Theresa May. No chance. Not Theresa May. But who else? Who would not Theresa May. Anna Soubry, maybe, even though she's an absolute harridan. Anna Soubry, maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely diseased as well. That's another reason not to. Theresa May, I don't think would be diseased, but Emily Thornberry, she's got that look of absolute filth about her, always in her eyes. You know, she's like, she's sizing everyone up. Uh, who else? There's a few of them. Caroline Flint, although her teeth would put me off, but Caroline Flint, um, I think so. I think so. But she's not ugly, really. Oh no 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 no. No, the other one that who's a lovely lady by all accounts, but no, is Vanessa Feltz. Lovely lady, but Vanessa Feltz, yeah. Basically, if you need if you need a couple more minutes, Vanessa Feltz. Vanessa Feltz, Vanessa Feltz, Vanessa Feltz, Vanessa Feltz. I've got a couple more minutes, you know. Know what I mean, men? Vanessa Feltz. But you should be comfortable with the person both physically. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. I am shallow. Well, I am. No, it's not shallow. I mean, I like being around women. It's as simple as that. I enjoy being around particularly beautiful women. Not always beautiful women, but particularly beautiful women. I like being around and spending time with. And I do know some really beautiful women. I mean, you know, I know someone who is with a really beautiful woman, but God, you can't. As soon as she opened her mouth, they have to be beautiful and be able to, you know. Oh goodness, I mean, um, yeah, I've known some absolutely incredibly beautiful women. In fact, I used to have a reputation. Susan Boyle, yeah. Oh God. Oh dear. Sorry to hear about that, Leo. Don't worry, mate. We'll soldier on, but I hope to get that sorted out. Oh, I think I know the one you're talking about. I'm not going to talk about any. I'm not going to talk about anyone in that area, as I know too much stuff about these people. It's a good job I don't drink. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty women that know that they're pretty and they don't really engage their brains. Hmm. I've yeah. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, mate. Well, you get the police involved. Get the police to come in and sort it out, mate. Get them to, you know, or get your sister to come and live with you for a bit. Get her out of the way for a bit. But the police should take action if he's doing, you know. The police need to get involved. What's not slander? No, no. No, I can't talk about certain people. Oh, great. Can we hold back on the threats of violence, please? Because it's gonna. I appreciate it's not a great situation. Leo, I'd yeah, I'd have a chat, Leo, with the local police. Get it to go in and make a complaint, and yeah, well, we don't want to make any kind of allegations that might come back to haunt us, do we? We don't. If people are getting dropped off of piers, that's probably not a good idea to talk about it. But anyway, yeah, Leah, go and speak to the police and get them to take action. And they should do it. They should do it. They should take it seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Go and have a chat with the. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Go and talk to the police. They'll take action. And if they don't, say you want to speak to make a like a complaint in the office, and they have to call whatever the duty sergeant is, and then you put the complaint in writing and make it happen. But they should act. Cops are aware there's only so much they can do, and then it have settled for now. Yeah, go and see her tomorrow. Help her out, mate. There's some what's the word? Bumheads. I don't know. Is that the word the kids use these days? You'll get it fixed, mate. You'll get it fixed. I know how you feel if something was happening, if I was in a similar situation, it'd just be dealt with. But it's difficult. You have to look out for yourself at the same time. Yeah, you have to look out. You have to make sure you don't do anything that compromises yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is worth talking to the Women's Refuge, and there's often groups locally for other groups and charities and stuff for women that are in that kind of situation. Oh, hang on, is that my phone? Alright. Hang on a minute. Hello, Andy. I'm in the middle of doing a live stream at the minute. Is it emergency? Yeah, sure. No worries. I'll call you back in a bit. Bye-bye. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that didn't show on, did you? Well, looks like I'm going to have to end here because I'm going to have a chat with my neighbour. So, very nice to have you all here. I could have carried on for a bit longer, actually. I feel a lot better now. It's nearly coming up to 2 hours, so I'll catch up with you all soon. I could have carried on for a bit longer. Okay. Well, look, Leo, I hope you get it all sorted out. Thanks everyone for joining. Oh, by the way, don't forget to hit the like button. Let's see, hang on, let's see if we hit the like button. Because I always get to ask for that. Oh, we're down to 6 now. Yeah, if you could hit the like button for me, that'd be ever so nice. How many likes have I got? Can't see. But yeah, I better call back. I better call back Andy, who's after a call back, and I'll catch up with all you guys later. No, maybe one day Andy will come over, and we'll do it. But he's a bit hard to keep on topic. So yeah, guys, really nice seeing you all. I will probably do a stream next week. I might do one in the week. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate your subscription. No worries, mate. Anytime. And I might do games next time. I don't know. Maybe I'll just talk again. I could have carried on talking for a while, actually. Good night, everybody. Take care. See you next time.